advice for the leader?
Oh, look, I can just speak for myself. I'm interested in celebrating the gains that we made. I'm also interested to hear what the go-forward plan is, both in terms of understanding where we went wrong and the perception from the leadership team on that, and then how we're building off of the gains that we made. That's why I'm going into this meeting.
And where do you think the party went wrong or the campaign went wrong?
Well, certainly I have some strong thoughts on that, but I think the leadership team is owed a chance and an opportunity, out of respect for the work that they've done and the gains that they've made, to talk to caucus about that. So that's where I'll be starting today.
Do you agree with Peter MacKay's comments that Mr. Scheer's social conservative views are like a stinking albatross around his neck?
Look, I'm going to speak to my views. I think that the rights of the LGBTQ plus community are the rights of every Canadian, and we should be celebrating and championing those rights because that's who we are as a country. I think that that's something that should be nonpartisan, and the partisan differences that we have on that issue should be surrounding policy on how we advance equality and remove barriers to equality of opportunity. And I think our party has is very well positioned based on some of the positions that we've taken in the past to protect minority rights, to help that community.
Would it have helped if Mr. Scheer went in the Pride Parade?
Members should deal with the review issues. Should it be left to the members or the caucus?
I think that's a great question. I've been part of this party as an MP and as an activist for nearly 2 decades now, and one of the things that attracted me to the movement was the grassroots mechanism of that. The reality is in that room today, we're missing representation from entire swaths of the country. So I think it's very important for the membership to have a voice, and that's why our party's governance documents, which was voted on by our membership at its founding, has a mechanism for a leadership review. Certainly, I'm sure that there are colleagues inside that are going to speak to that and to their opinions, but as of right now, I believe, as I've always believed for 20 years, that those types of decisions, I'm one member and one voice. There are thousands of others across the country that need to be heard as well.
Would it have helped if Mr. Scheer had gone in the Pride Parade? Or any Pride Parade?
Look, I had 2 big moments of joy this year. One was my wedding, and the other was a wedding that I officiated that just happened to be between 2 men. I think that our party needs to address issues that have barriers of equality of opportunity, such as the gay blood ban, which I find is discriminatory, dealing with the issue of conversion therapy, the fact that there are still disproportionate levels of violence and discrimination against the LGBTQ plus community. These are all issues that we have to deal with. And I think, frankly, one of the things that our party can hold Justin Trudeau to account is a lot of his actions to the community have been largely symbolic. And it's something that I hear from my friends in the community, frankly, my family in the community. And I think in this Parliament, I hope that one of the hallmarks of our party is being able to show the community that we support them, that we're going to be active and celebratory champions of their rights, and hold Trudeau to account on these measures.
Director of Communication, Sarah former Director of Communication of Stephen Harper, Sarah McIntyre, said, "I will not remain in this party until our leader is able to march in a Pride Parade." What does it tell you about? Look,
okay, let's talk about pride parades, folks. The reality is that every pride parade is managed by different groups. For example, in Calgary, Calgary made a decision this year that no politicians were going to march in the pride parade. Frankly, Toronto, I have questions about some of the groups that come in, whether or not my values align with I'm not part of, obviously I support community rights. I think that there are people who would say, oh, the public nudity I might have a bit of a problem with. To me, I have no problem actively coming out. I will say this right now. I support marriage equality. I support the rights of the community. They are my rights. We need to be actively championing them. I am proud to say that. I just think that the question of that, I don't want this discussion to be around symbolism. If the community comes to me and says, you know what, it's really important that you march in this parade because it shows your support for X, Y, and Z issue, that's something I'm going to take to heart and do. But I also think that where my leader has had a point that maybe hasn't been communicated broadly, and where I support him in this, is that we have to take action that is more than symbolism. So I don't think that the measure of one's actions are on supporting the rights and removing barriers to equality of opportunity of minority groups should be whether or not simply you're marching in a parade. I think that we also have to, as a party, come forward with concrete policy actions that are developed in coordination with the community so that we have a broader, positive policy conversation on these issues. And that's something that I'm going to be proud to champion in this parliament.
Have you ever watched
Do you think Scheer is capable of doing that, of being the face of a party that goes beyond symbolism for the LGBT community? Is he capable of being that leader?
That is a great segue, and that's what I'm going to go and evaluate right now.
But you
Thank
know the answer. If
Thank
you had
you.
to answer it